Welcome to Hump Day Wednesday. It's Wednesday, October 7th, 2020. This is what we're watching for you as we look ahead. First of all, it's going to be warm and dry through Saturday. Really not even worth talking about the next 4 days, as we're just going to continue with the warm, dry conditions under high pressure and tons of sunshine. Now, longer term, we do see those changes coming our way still, but we still got a lot of details to sort out. The devil's in the details when it comes to how much rain, how much snow, how cold it will get. We have a lot of variabilities in the model, and one reason for that, there's a lot going on across North America and the USA. This weather pattern change coming in from the Pacific. We also got the hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico. There's a lot that the computer models have to sort out, and everything is connected. And so when there's more weather going on, it gets a little more complicated for the computer models to at least give you the confidence that they're reliable. So we can't give you too much detail yet, other than to tell you that certainly much colder temperatures and some precipitation remains on track for Sunday and Monday, especially over the Mullen Fire and the Cameron Peak Fire. Those areas are going to finally get some moisture, and California's fires, some of them, not all, but some will get rained on as well. Long-range forecast is kind of a mess. We're not going to really look too much past early next week, as the computer modeling is all over the board once we get to the middle to the end of next week. So we'll focus here on the next 5 to 7 days. Here we are right now. Broad ridge of high pressure continues across the western United States. This warm dome of air continues to ride along. Here is the hurricane down off the coast of Mexico. We'll be watching that, getting attracted to low pressure coming in here. That's going to bring that hurricane to the north-northwest. Here's the beginning of the change. Now, this isn't much of a system. In fact, it's going to weaken considerably and swing down here, not doing much. It's this guy up here that's going to get a kick from another storm up in the North Pacific and head our way. So this is where we're going to be with the jet stream pattern, probably through the next 3 days. Then, by Saturday afternoon, you can see we've got a trough of low pressure, a strong cold front coming into Washington, Oregon, and Northern California. We've got this little upper level low here that isn't going to do much. By Saturday afternoon, there's the hurricane. It's already gone up into Louisiana and eastern Texas and is getting drawn northward, meeting up with this low pressure system here later. Now, this system coming on in is getting driven in by a nice big ridge building up into the Gulf of Alaska. What we've got to sort out is how far will this storm dig? Some models have a really nice, strong Colorado low, nice meaning a good precipitation producer, which we really need. Other models just kind of bring this through really quickly as a strong cold front. You're still going to get rain and snow. You're still going to get it colder, but you're not going to get as much precipitation. So we have two scenarios: a strong, wet, cold, fast-moving Pacific front, or a slower-moving Colorado low. Some models have this. This is the European model, got a closed low over southern Colorado. This is by Monday morning. You get upslope here, bringing the colder, wet conditions to the front range. Northwest winds aloft are a very good way to make it rain and snow in the mountains of Wyoming and northern Colorado, and a northerly wind flow bringing in that colder, moist Pacific air. That's a good solution to get us wet. And if that happens, this is what the precipitation looks like. Again, this is a model. Take it with a grain of salt. But through Tuesday of next week, you can see a lot of green, a lot of blue, and a lot of yellow from the Pacific Northwest into the interior west, into the Great Basin as this front goes through. There's going to be precipitation falling. But the amounts of precipitation will be dictated by how quickly it comes through, whether or not it'll be a slow-moving storm or a quick-moving Pacific cold front. If we turn that into the snow probabilities, that's what the potential snowfall looks like with the system coming on through, if it's a slower mover and has time to get itself better developed. If it's just a front, you're going to see the amounts of precipitation and the snow lower, but you're still going to get the rain and snow, and you're still going to get the much colder temperature readings. This is what temperatures could look like by Monday relative to average. So you can see quite the departure here. Right here is what's over us right now, all this very warm air, but it gets replaced with this cold air mass, even getting into the Great Basin, even getting into California. A pretty good shot of much colder air is going to be in here by early next week. So the changes are coming, changes we desperately need, changes that will really help out with the forest fire activity. But between now and then, 4 more days of unseasonably warm, dry weather conditions. Have yourself a good Wednesday. We'll talk to you tomorrow.